What's up, y'all? It's Tony back with another episode of the ItsTony podcast. This is episode 3, and I'm going to be speaking on women in hip hop. The first person I want to speak on is Glorilla. Glorilla is the perfect example of why fans need to learn patience. I believe that fans and also artists need to learn to be patient with themselves and also just be patient with the person that you're listening to. So Glorilla came in and she came in basically with 2 bangers. The FNF fuck nigga free shit, and then the Tomorrow shit. Bangers. Then she got a whole bunch of features with a whole bunch of popular people, and her career just was going skyrocket. Then Sexy Red came in, and around the time, I'm not going to say it specifically because of Sexy Red, but during Sexy Red popping, that's when Glorilla started to tread down with the song, the Cha Cha song with Fabio. And I believe that that song was ass. That song was fucking ass. But I don't think it was as bad as all the fans were saying. And I also saw it during that period of that song, that Cha Cha shit, and all them other Lucy's that she was coming out with that was shitty. Fans was like, oh, Sexy Red is still in Gorilla's spot. But the thing about fans is that they have to learn patience, because fast forward to now, Sexy Red is still climbing up and one of the hottest new artists. But Glorilla also has a song that's going crazy. I don't know the name of the song, but it's on TikTok and they do a little dance to it, and it's doing numbers. And then she got a song with Meg, and now she has a song with Meg, Cardi, and her, that wannabe song, and she's trending right back up. So the thing is about patience. I think that artists try to rush themselves to like come with new songs and like be played and have albums, and the fans want to hear your music, your newest music, so you rush yourself to put out music. You rush yourself to feed the fans. But sometimes feeding the fans and overdoing it with the releasing of music, I think it can hurt you. It can start to make fans notice like, oh, these slaps are not hitting. That's where I think patience is the best. I think the best people that do this is the label TDE. The fans criticize them because they say that TDE artists usually take 5 years between records, between albums. Like SZA, Kendrick Lamar, Absol, J-Rock, all of them. They take a long time before they release a new album. But the thing is, when they do that, they release good music. Music that may not, when you first hear it, you may be like, oh, this is not worth the wait. But then you start to let it go and age, and you see that it aged like wine. It doesn't age like milk. The thing with other artists is that they flood the streets with music and they overdo it, and then as soon as one single doesn't hit, their fans start to say that they're not cooking anymore. Whereas Kendrick, SZA, etc., the people on TDE, they take a long period of time to put out music, and as soon as they put out music, they become back relevant. Not even saying that they're not relevant, because in the years that they're not putting out music, people are still wanting to hear them, but they don't force it. They don't overdo it. If the fans of Glorilla or any of these new up-and-coming artists would just adopt a little bit of patience and not like rush them to like put a ton of music out to stay relevant and have like the new viral TikTok dance, you will start to see that as soon as these artists, they get a little bit of artist development, they get a chance to actually perfect their craft, they come out with better songs. They come out with shit that can last them longer than just one little bop. My thing for fans and my thing is for artists is to be patient. Be patient. But don't get me wrong, it's some that do too much of being patient. Like it's a perfect balance. You have to be patient where you're actually perfecting your craft and you're getting better and you release. And then there are some, i.e. Cardi B. She's taking a little too long. Like, she's taking so long that it kind of seems like she's scared. The difference between TDE, how they take long, is that they don't take long and then tell you they're going to release, and then you have to wait a year. No, they take long for 5 years, and once they start talking and once they start saying they're gonna release, they actually will release. SZA put out a classic with Control, and then took a long period of time and put out another classic with SOS. That's different. What she did and what TDE does is very different from Cardi B. Cardi B, she put out a classic first album. Classic first album. To me, it's a hot take. That first album is better than anything Nicki. I'm sorry. I'm standing it. It's better than any album I seen Nicki put out. That first album is crazy, bro. I remember listening to it multiple times. I don't remember no Nicki album I listened to multiple times. Nicki is the great GOAT. She's the GOAT of female hip hop, and she's one of the greatest rappers of all time across genders. But that Invasion of Privacy album is one of the greatest albums I've heard. Let me say not the greatest. One of my favorite albums I heard. Nevertheless, Cardi B, she put out Invasion of Privacy, and now she's taking so long. It kind of feels like she's scared. Every time she starts to like get feature crazy, it's like she's amping up to release an album, and then she says, "I'm taking a break." It's a difference. It's a difference. And the crazy thing about Cardi doing that is that it's not like, I don't know. I wouldn't say she's taking the time to perfect her craft because she's not writing it. So what is the reason why she's taking so long to put out another album? I don't think that she's just getting ghost wrote verses for everything. I think she might be putting a little bit of input. But the last verse I heard from her and Wannabe, where she's coming at Bia, which we're going to talk about, she still sounds like she's struggling with words. Bro, everything I'm saying is not hate. It all has to do with music. I'm just saying what I'm observing. Cardi B is taking a long time to put out, and it's not like she's perfecting her craft. And she's also baiting and teasing the fans, saying she's going to put the work out. So what is the excuse for why she's not putting the music out? I don't know. I don't think that's acceptable. I think it's fair for fans of Cardi to be a little upset because she's teasing them. And then when you hear new verses of current Cardi, it's not like she's mastering or perfecting her craft. I understand Cardi got so big where she doesn't need to really rush and do it and put out a new album, but her trajectory, even though I love it, I love Cardi. Her trajectory looks like she's using hip hop as a stepping stone. And I don't think that's okay, but I understand why. I don't think it's okay because I feel like hip hop fed so many people and made so many people achieve things that they never would have or never would have been able to if they weren't rappers or if they didn't go into hip hop. The way that Cardi trajectory is, she would have been famous, I believe. She was funny, charismatic, and stuff like that. But hip hop just amped her up. That first album did a lot. Hip hop, most rappers, I'm sorry, bro, hip hop saved their life. So I understand why some people will look at Cardi B coming in doing one album and say, "Oh, were you just using hip hop as a stepping stone just to become huge in society and have a bunch of influence?" And if you wasn't using it for that, then put out another album. Or if you're not going to put out another album soon, at least be perfecting your craft. I don't want to hear a verse where it sounds like you're still struggling on certain words. As for the Bia and Cardi thing, popularity-wise, I think if they beef, I think Cardi wins. MC-wise and just a fan of hip-hop, a fan of battle rap, I actually think Bia wins because you can't have a battle rapping is like the essence of hip hop. You can't do the essence of hip hop if you don't do one of the cornerstones of hip hop. You don't write your own verses, so you completely deduct the point, and you have to give that point to Bia. The only thing is that I heard the Cardi diss about Bia. Nobody want to Bia. I thought that was clever. But we always gonna have to wonder, did she write that or did Party write that? So can we really give her any points? Now, as for Bia, I heard the diss record that she made for Cardi B, and I'm gonna be honest, this shit was whack. It was whack, but she wrote it. but it was whack. It wasn't good. It was nothing about it was good. And when I heard the Bia diss track, it made me think: are they gonna follow any like rules in that beef? Because she is already talking about Cardi's wife, Cardi's husband, and Cardi's children. Not talking about them directly, but she's bringing them into the diss, saying you should go home with your kids, or you cheated on, like you bringing stuff that's not hip hop into it already. When Cardi did the diss, she didn't talk about like any outside people. That's what I'm saying. And if we going by what I've seen in battle rap, what I've seen in hip hop is like you don't go for the kids, you don't go for the family unless somebody does it to you. But then that leads me to another question: is when you're in battle rap, should you, or when you're in hip hop and you're doing a beef, should you just automatically just go say fuck all the rules and go straight disrespect? I.e., Arsenal in battle rap. Arsenal just says fuck all the rules. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and if you got a problem, do something about it. But the thing with doing that in hip hop is that when you say fuck all the rules and just go straight disrespect, there's always going to be this dark cloud that looms over of Big and Tupac of like how far it could go when you say fuck all the rules and just go straight disrespect. That the disrespect that you have can lead to somebody. Exactly. So I don't know. I like the beefs. Pause. I like the beef between the rap beef between Bia and Cardi because it's entertaining. I like female hip hop. I like women in hip hop. I think it's fire. I like Nicki. I like Cardi. I like Rap City. I like Tierra Whack. I like Flo Milli. I like all of these women that write and rap. I can't say all of them that write because Cardi doesn't write, but I like all of them that are in hip hop. They are all good for hip hop. But I don't know if they're doing this rap beef right. I don't think Bia should should stoop so low so early. I think she should just rely on her writing ability, which she does have. We don't know if anybody's writing for Bia, and I'm not going to say anybody's writing for her until she admits it or somebody comes out and says that they are writing for her. So as what I know right now, Bia writes all her raps. Cardi clearly doesn't write all her raps. So I'm like, popularity wise, Cardi's always going to be bigger than Bia. So she's going to be able to win the popularity vote. But if Bia actually takes a good angle and raps against Cardi, I think she could beat Cardi because Cardi doesn't write. And another thing about Cardi not writing is if you in a rap beef, how can you put out a fast song if you're not the one writing it? It's like you're beefing, then you telling your big brother, yo, tell me what to say to the person that said, like, you gotta hear something, then go to your writer and tell him what to respond to that person, but it sounds like you did it. I don't know. I think Bia has the upper hand. Although, I'm gonna be honest with you, Bia. This track is butt. Thank you for watching, and comment, like, and subscribe. All I want hip-hop fans and people that listen to music to get from this is that you need to just be a little bit patient with your artists. Be patient with the new artists. Be patient even with the old greats. Just let them have time to perfect their craft.